Alright. So, good evening mga kalipay and welcome to another episode of Inspiring Conversations. So, tonight I'm your host and we have a very special guest who is both successful entrepreneur and I would say a loving mom and wife. So, our topic for tonight is about balancing the journey of motherhood and running a successful virtual agency. So, welcome, JC.
Hello!
All
Thank you so much for having me.
right. Yes, thank you so much. So, alam namin na busy ka and thank you so much for giving us the time and sharing us your of course knowledge and experience about being a mother and a virtual um, agency owner. So, before we'll really dive into our topic, pag-usapan naman natin ang isang viral na issue ngayon, right? Which is the illegitimate child of Frances M. Right? Ang daming nag-react, ang dami ring ah,
Reactions
nagalit,
about
ang dami ring parang nag-ano, so parang hati yung mga tao. So, JC, ano yung take mo dito sa issue na 'to?
Diyos ko, ilang weeks ko nang sinusubaybayan yung topic na yan. Bilang isang chismosa, joke lang. But well, for me kasi, I don't wanna, alam mo yun, enable yung, I would say, what's not right. So for me, I think it's better that she kept her silence. Well, technically, nanahimik naman na ng 15 years, so might as well nanahimik na lang siya forever, no? Kasi I think that's to protect their privacy, especially the original family.
Yes,
For me lang, ha?
oo.
That's just my take. Alam ko magagalit yung iba, but, you know, being a legal wife, I think it's better that she kept her silence.
Yes, excuse me. Oo. So ang dami nga, hati nga yung mga on my sa'kin naman as parang on the other side of having a broken family kasi isa po yan sa mga failure ko. But I say that I failed as a father and as a husband. Although me and my ex-wife naman, we are in good terms, co-parenting. And in fact, also even my mother-in-law, kasi we are in a very good relationship, I
Mm-mm.
would say, and I am proud of that. Um, it's not easy. I think in that situation, especially yung sa ang masabi ko lang is yung bata naman is wala yang kasalanan. It's
Yes,
not
that's
their
right.
fault. Yes, oo. So, let's see what how it will unfold. But if kung sa akin na side, if kung ako si Francis M, if I would put my shoes in Francis M, I would love to see my children na magkakaunawaan.
Yeah.
Ayun, yun naman yung ano ko diyan. So, ngayon naman, JC, I've been thankful for having you here, and again, I would really express my gratitude because alam ko being a mother and an owner of a successful virtual agency, juggling those two and probably siguro meron ka pang other projects, it's not easy. And yung time mo, it's really, really precious. Pumapatak yung sinasabi niya, parang metro niyan. So,
Time is money.
again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for uh, ano, gracing us with your presence. Now, could you share with our listeners how you started your journey as a virtual agency owner? Yun, para sa
Mhm.
mga nakikinig.
Oo. Well, first of all, I'm very honored to be here. So I think this is the best, the best event to spend my time with. So kahit the time is money, I'm really honored to be part of this podcast. Marami na nakarinig ng story about how I actually started as a virtual
Yes.
assistant before becoming an agency owner. But for those na first time maririnig yung story, just like what you've mentioned, no, I discovered freelancing because I got pregnant technically. So when I got
Oh,
pregnant, all of a sudden, I had to resign from my corporate job na work, which is, for so long I've been there like 8 years at least. So parang for me, when the doctor told me na you have to do bed rest, parang I cannot accept the fact that I no longer have to work kasi very workaholic talaga ako. So yung time na naka-bed rest ako, I was like really looking for a way to still make money from home. So that's when I discovered, becoming a virtual assistant and, being able to do what's good and what's best for your client. All of a sudden, nag-transition ka from being a VA to also becoming an agency owner. Kasi a lot of people now trust you with the service you provide. So parang sila sunod-sunod yung referrals. So more on biglaan yung naging yung transition, and it's very quick. I was only a VA for a couple of months and
wow.
already to build my agency. Oo. Parang mga 6 to 8 months, and then I see myself already having an agency. Alam mo yun, parang ang bilis ng transition.
Oo, ang galing nga, ang galing 'no, ang galing. So, ito lang naman yung parang ano ko, because not everyone are as lucky as you in terms of their freelancing journey. Sa tingin mo ba, ano yung parang, hindi naman siguro sikreto, but w saan mo ma-attribute yung success mo in being a a a very short-term VA and then to becoming an agency owner?
Well, right now, for me, lagi kong sinasabi din to, but for me kasi success is really being able to spend my time with my family, and still being
Yes,
able to earn money.
exactly.
Kasi when I started as a virtual assistant before, parang I was like really hustling na parang I was working almost, I don't remember, 24/7. Nung time
Wow.
na start ko, kasi I'm juggling, with multiple clients. Tapos, I just,
Yes,
alam mo yan, one day you just realize na parang, alam mo yun, what was my purpose doing freelancing? And even before
exactly.
becoming a freelancer, parang, inano ko na parang sinabi ko sa sarili ko na I wanted to be a freelancer kasi I want to free up myself from these things, right? Pero nung kumikita ka na ng malaki, parang you forgot about your purpose. So now, for me, yung success ko is more on how can I still be able to earn money while I have my time with the kids. Kasi yun naman yung purpose ko for freelancing. So far, yun ay na-achieve ko right now kasi my business is already running by itself without me in the business.
Wow.
So, yun. So, sabi ko nga, I don't care about how much money you earn. So, kasi kaya ko naman kumita ng 7 digits a month technically But I have to choose
Mm.
ano yung mas importante sa akin. Is it the time? Is it the money? So, for me, if I can balance it na I can earn and I have more time, that's a success for me.
Yes. Wow, oo. Ano, I can relate with your experience, ano. There was also a time for me na kasi nga, if you're still starting and then when your rate is really high, parang nanghihinayang kang matulog, 'di ba? And naano ka na, "Ay, sayang naman yung clients na 'to." And then I also realized, sa'kin naman yung wake up call ko is when one of my relatives got sick and it's really terminally ill, and then I realized if hindi ko titigilan yung mga ginagawa ko, baka akong susunod. And why
Yes.
am I doing this? 'Di ba? Bakit ko ba 'to ginagawa? For me, it's more of I want to do this because I want the freedom. Gusto ko yung freedom na ano. So, I look for a business na ano, I can do it with a minimal effort. So right now, we also automated. So I can really relate, and I'm so thankful na parang marami na rin ako na nakikilala nga. Ganun na yung parang mindset na it's good pala to have a balanced life than just
Yes.
one aspect of your life. You're very successful, but the others are parang you're struggling. Di
Mm-hmm.
ba? So paano naman yung sa'yo? When you have multiple clients and you're pregnant, hindi ka ba nagkasakit or you haven't ano, kasi masama sa health yung pag-aano, pagpupuyat, 'di ba? And was you're stressed, how was the pregnancy? And if you can remember during that time, ano yung parang struggles mo?
Mm. Actually, totoo yan. It wasn't easy, you know, kasi technically, I was diagnosed nung doctor or nung pedia ko na, not pedia, sorry, ng doctor na pedia tuloy yung pang baby, ano. Na-diagnose na you have to really stay from home and you have to stay away from stress kasi it might affect you, right? And nung time na pregnant ako, I think, I remember, I am almost parang throwing up every day, like literal, nagsusuka ka every day because
Wow.
of your pregnancy. That's for the entire 9 months. So siguro yung pinaka-struggle ko that time was yung fact na syempre you have, alam mo, you have those pregnancy episodes and then at the same time you're not able to get the parang the sleep that you want or that you actually need kasi 'di ba parang I'm working sa ano sa US market. So if it's US market, then I have to stay
Mm.
awake in the evening, right? So yun, yung isa
Yes.
yun sa mga pinaka struggle. And thankfully when during this time hindi naman ako na hospital or anything. But I think the complication was I had to gave birth a little earlier. So although
Hmm.
yeah, so both my babies are actually premature babies.
Sis
Oo.
Premature, okay. So,
Yes, so
cesarean ka ba?
cesarean ako. So back
Oh,
then
okay.
feeling ko siguro when I was starting, it probably contributed na naganak ako ng mas maaga. But sabi ko nga, thankfully, God, alam mo yun, made sure na I still have at least a safe parang delivery. Pero if I have to go back to that time, feeling ko
Yes,
yung
praise
stress
God.
also contributed to that. So yung baby ko, napanganak ko mga sa parang 8 months instead of 9. Ganon.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Same sa anak ko actually, gano'n
Mhm.
din. Gano'n din yung ano niya. Mahirap nga kasi 'pag stress ka, it's not easy, no, it's not
Yeah.
ano, it's and ang I think isa sa mga struggles that we men can't understand is, yung sinasabi ng iba na the changes that you're undergoing in your body. And I really salute you kasi nga despite all, I can't describe the pain, no, and the struggle of being a mom kasi hindi ko naman na experience, but no, knowing other people, he said na parang ang hirap daw. And for you to work and having multiple clients, ano ba yung, excuse me, ano ba yung nag-push or what motivates you despite all the pain, the changes, the struggles, yung pagsusuka mo, still manage to juggle multiple clients? And I would sige probably think that it was very successful kasi nga mas mabilis yung ano mo. So what motivates you?
So from someone na talagang lumaki sa hirap, what motivates me is the fact na when I started as a virtual assistant, nakita ko yung financial capability na ipoprovide niya sa akin and to my family. And very ambitious kasi ako. Very ambitious in a
Wow.
sense na I have a lot of things na I want to give my family, and at the same time, there are a lot
Mm.
of things na I want to do in my life. Sabi ko nga kasi coming from somebody na hindi naman well-off, coming from a well-off family. So yung motivation ko talaga initially was I needed to earn to make our lives better. Okay, kasi I'm a breadwinner sa family ko, and
Wow.
having your own family, it's a lot. And ang dami ko nga gustong mangyari. Gusto ko magkabahay, gusto ko magkaganito. So, nung time na nag-struggle ako, what really pushed me was the dream na meron ako. Kasi for so long, I mean, for the longest, we were renting apartments, parang different
Mhm.
apartments, ano. Actually, prior to renting, when I was young, talaga, dati nakatira lang kami sa tabi ng, alam mo yun, Pasig River. Yung literal na yung bahay namin
Hmm.
nakalutang sa ilog, yung half of it. Ganon,
Oh,
ganon yung bahay
okay.
namin before. So, ang laki ng frustration ko to really have my own home. Ganyan. So, parang that time, okay,
Yes.
no matter the struggle, I have, I have these dreams na gusto kong ibigay sa family ko. And God is so good kasi after just a few years of doing freelancing, now I have multiple properties na I own, and may sarili na naman akong bahay. So
Wow.
we are no longer renting, hindi na kami nakatira sa tabi ng ilog. So
Congrats.
yes, hindi na kami nagre-rent ng pag-tumbling mo CR na, kasi we now have, alam mo yun, property na with multiple rooms. So yeah, really
Wow.
thankful, and nagbunga yung, kumbaga, yung struggles talaga. Ganyan.
Struggle.
Oo.
Oo, wow, congrats naman. Oo nga, I think, uh, for me
Mm-mm.
coming from an underprivileged family, iba yung push natin eh,
Yes, iba
right?
talaga.
Iba
Iba
yung
yung
ano natin because we
mm,
know what having nothing, how not having nothing feels like. 'Di ba?
yes,
So nung meron ka na, you really have to and uh, ang ano lang din, ang realization ko diyan is that sometimes parang na-overdo natin. We we
yes,
we we sometimes overdo it na ang nagsasuffer naman this is on my case is uh, number one is my body.
yes,
And second is my relationship around me. Kasi nga pag stress ka, marami kang nagmamanifest yung stress sa paligid mo and minsan hindi mo namamalayan na yung relationship mo na pala is affected,
affected
'di
na.
ba? Oo, affected na and buti na lang medyo nagising tayo ng maaga kasi there are others that I saw that ano talaga, na ano talaga yung family nila. Kasi hindi naman porket kumikita ka, ikaw yung iintindihin ka na nila all the time. Right?
Yes,
These people around us or our family, they also have feelings and they have needs na kailangan nating mapunan, 'di ba? So, speaking of that need, kumusta naman si husband? Kasi minsan other men, if successful yung babae, medyo they are intimidated. Pero nakita ko naman yung husband mo, hi sir, dun sa Popcorn, ano naman siya, very, very, very supportive naman siya. Pero
supportive. Mm.
how was he in terms of your relationship during that time that you are working, hustling, and buntis ka pa? So, kumusta naman siya?
I think talaga namang yung husband ko is very supportive to me ever since day one. So, although you're actually right, kasi di ba may tinatawag nga na men's ego. Ang hirap pa din
Oo.
kapag yung babae mas malaki na po-provide or alam mo yun, it's
Yes.
different, it's a different thing. Alam mo yun? And hindi ko sasabihin na we never had issues na parang nagselos siya because of the fact na you're earning more. Kasi we had that, alam mo yun, we're still having that kind of conversation eh. But the good thing about it is that we really talk closed doors about, the differences na sometimes, at saka ngayon kasi with our society, hindi na uso yung dapat yung lalaki yung mas kumikita ng malaki or dapat yung babae. Parang
Yes.
it's not that anymore kasi I have to always tell my husband na whatever it is that we're doing, it's actually us working together as partners. So kung ano man yung effort or ano man
Wow.
yung contribute ko with the family, it's actually the two of us who's contributing kasi I will never be where I am now without him. Kasi if he's not supporting me, like kunwari hindi niya ako pinagdadrive, hindi niya inaalagaan yung mga bata or whatever, hindi ko
Oo.
naman ma-achieve yung meron ako or whatnot eh, 'di ba? So parang it's kind of a teamwork for us. So whenever he feels like that, I always tell him na parang I will never be where I am now kung wala yung help niya. Alam mo yon, yung pagsama sa akin during
Wow.
travel, that's a big thing kasi I'm always afraid to travel alone kasi very careless ako. I forget things, so may pagkaganon ako. So kung wala siya, I don't know how am I gonna be able to do it. So so I always make him feel that whatever he's doing, kumikita man siya or hindi man siya kumikita, it's team effort that we're doing together. Yun.
Wow, ang ganda 'no. I think it's all about being understanding with each
Yes.
other, no? And minsan kasi and may mga couples and for me naman, I'll just like to share this kasi medyo matagal na naman nangyari 'to. When you are growing in different direction, it's gonna be hard. I think
Yes.
for me, That's my failure as a husband. Kaya I had a broken family. Kasi it was during that time that I'm really starting my career. And
Mm.
mahirap siyang i-ano kasi my ex was medyo ano, hindi lang nakakangat but they're really ano in the society. So medyo hindi niya maintindihan yung struggle kasi nga hindi siya nag-struggle and all.
Yeah.
So, oo. I think in my case if I'm gonna look back is my mistake probably is not communicating. Kasi nga ang
Mm.
mga lalaki hindi naman kami
Nagko-communicate.
ah, nagko-communicate,
Hmm.
right? We are not and yes, based ka sa sinabi ko, I admire your maturity na gano'n yung ano, kasi minsan, if you are the one who's also so busy, ano ka lang, parang you're sometimes you expect to be understood,
Oo,
na
totoo
intindihin mo
yan.
ako na ganito, na naiwa na nakakalimutan natin na, it should be both party and we should meet
Both.
halfway,
Mm.
'di ba?
Totoo
Yun
yan,
yung
totoo
ano,
talaga yan.
yun yung parang that's my realization na, ito pala yung mga mistakes ko. That's the reason why it didn't work out uh, the way it was supposed to be.
Mm.
And things happen. Kaya lang, so those who are listening, no, I hope you learn from from our struggles. You learn from the maturity of JC and from my mistakes as well as a failed. I will really say I failed as a husband before. No, na ano, good thing naman is we still have a good relationship with my even my mother-in-law. Ang ano na even right now pumupunta pa ako doon, minsan doon ako natutulog sa kanila. But ano kami, we're really ano na talaga, wala na talaga. Now,
Mm.
for those who are watching, so thank you, Richie, and for those others. So if you have questions or if you have something to say or to react to our topic for tonight, please feel free to share your ano if you have questions to JC and how she started, kung ano yung mga sikreto niya, feel free to ask. Now, speaking of ano naman, doon naman tayo sa anak. Ilang taon na mga yung ano, yung mga anak mo?
4 and 2, so both girls.
4 and how many years have you been freelancing? In
20,
freelancing?
19, 20, 21, 22. So, mag-going, ay, wait lang. Nakalimutan na 20. It's like around 2019 or 18. So, parang mga 5 years na rin. Ang bilis. Parang mga ganun. 5 or 6
5 years.
years.
Oh, okay.
6 years. Hmm.
So, there was a time that yun nga yung first pregnancy mo, doon ka ang busy mo, right?
Mhm.
And hindi ba hindi ba clingy yung panganay mo sa attention mo, because I believe she's the one who's so
Mm-mm.
affected because you're
Yes.
still starting, iba yung ano eh. So hindi
Mm-mm.
ba siya clingy sa attention mo, and how were you able to what do you call this, ano, provide her needs, not just material but also being a mother, no?
Mm-mm.
Paano mo yun binalance?
I think yan yung struggle ng lahat ng nanay na working from home, no? Or mommy na working from home. Kasi it's really difficult, especially if you're starting. Actually, I'm one of
Yes.
those na really guilty kasi when I was starting my agency, um, that was when the time na definite, parang technically, ano yung baby ko, parang, kakapanganak ko pa lang, 'di ba? But I was starting my agency, so I was so busy with the business, na so super busy na to the point na I don't remember how my eldest grew up from being a baby to now 2 years old. Parang nagulat na lang ako, ay, 2 years old na
Oh.
yung anak ko. Alam mo yun, parang ganon. But I'm really thankful kasi I have a support system then, which is my family. So, yung kapatid ko na isa, he basically sacrifices work as well para lang maalagaan yung baby ko. So, at that time,
Oh.
hindi siya super clingy sa akin kasi meron siyang other, parang, kumbaga, no, mommy na tumayo talaga for her when I was like really, alam mo yun, working so hard to build my agency. So, sobrang, parang for me, that was something na I've missed, na parang for me, medyo regret ko yun at that time kasi parang I was super, super working hard na hindi ko na nasubaybayan yung paglaki ng anak ko. But when she turned two, sabi ko ngayon yung one day na realize mo na, is this what I want? Is this what, is
Mm-mm.
this really the purpose of me working from home? So parang I had to pause and then I have to, make actionable items to see how am I gonna go back from working at the same time being a mom to my kids. So when she turned two, that's when I had to build my entire operations, hire people so they can like really run the business for me. So from 2 to 4 ngayon, mas clingy na siya ngayon sa akin. So but now I'm thankful kasi I have the capabilities to like stop from working and then just attend to her if she needs me. So ngayon, mas hands-on na talaga ako sa kanila in terms of, okay, if they need me, okay, stop muna tayo mag-work, go back to the kids, ganyan. So I have more time. So for me, I'm like 80% with my kids now, 20% sa business or job. Ganyan.
Wow, ang galing. Oo. I think that's also the power of systemizing everything, right?
Mm-mm.
And streamlining your processes para uh, you will work on the business, not in the business. Na
Exactly.
parang nakukulong ka. Okay?
Mm-mm.
Good thing for you kasi medyo ah maaga mo siyang na-realize and you're you gave up control early
Yes.
in exchange for time, right? Kasi ako, ang struggle ko naman is perfectionist kasi ako eh.
Oo.
Perfectionist ako. So, yun yung isa ko kasi I had an agency before pero ay ano pa rin, parang ako pa rin yung I'm micromanaging people which is I know it's
Mm-mm.
wrong. Kaya lang as a perfectionist, parang gusto mo talaga it took me a lot of time to really give up control and realize na uh, even though they will just provide around 80% of what you do or even the quality and all, it's still good because you get in exchange for your time, 'di ba? And for me, yung finances, of course, you need to provide for your family, but beyond that, the yung makikita mo lang yung nagpaglaki yung anak mo.
Yes.
Their first word, their first na gumapang, it's something that is not you can't put a price on that, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yan
That's true.
yung yan yung isa sa kaya nga for me din ako, my son kasi is mahilig siya sa soccer. So and he's part of the varsity of our city. So minsan they really travel a lot. So ako naman whenever he said dad, I had a tournament. Um Minsan pumupunta kami ng tournament for 15 days and during that time sa kanya lang talaga yung time ko. And I
Mm-mm.
think that's the power of really systemizing everything and delegating your work, 'di
Mm-mm.
ba? Yun yung kagandahan diyan kasi um your business works for you. It's dun mo na maano yung parang passive income talaga.
That's true.
And you will realize na ay ito pala yung hinahanap ko. Kaya pala ako noon ah nagpapagod ay we hustle so hard kasi for this. Dun mo lang siya makikita and if you're still starting hindi mo yan you are not seeing that vision eh. So
Yes.
I really admire you and your parang how brave you are to even though inuna mo talaga yung pag-streamline ng business mo and all. Now, uh, for those who don't know more about the GTVA, can you tell us about it and ano talaga yung ginagawa nyo?
So right now we have technically we have virtual assistants that provide services to specific to real estate investors that are based in the US. So our service is mainly lead generation and at the same time marketing strategies for them to obtain leads in order for them to either buy the property or sell the property. So right now, yun yung parang pinaka-focus ng service. It's mainly a specialized service for real estate investors talaga. So normally, the VAs that we provide are people that have been seasoned VAs in real estate, and someone in the industry for so long, so they can assist our client better. Ganyan.
Wow!
Mm.
Galing naman, galing naman. Now, so napag-usapan na natin yung mga anak natin, ano. Ano naman yung ano, I believe tayo na ano, hindi rin tayo mapakali na walang ginagawa. Tama ba?
Ay, yes, totoo
Although
yan.
you tried to ano, automate things, meron ka pa rin, ay parang because we um nasanay tayo na we're working on something, right? So, ano naman yung ginagawa ni JC ngayon, aside from juggling between being a mother and managing your business? Ano yung pinagkakaabalahan mo?
Not a lot. Right now, actually, wala ako masyadong pinagkakaabalahan other than my family. But I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
also build a course kasi it's been so long that I've been doing this for, real estate investors. And this time around, my vision has been always to provide jobs to Filipinos as well, like to give them the same opportunity. So, kaya nga yung pinaka mission and vision ng company namin is to do more, do better, because we want to be able to provide at least 5,000 jobs by 2025. So, the only way for me to achieve it is not just to hire VAs, but at the same time, try to look for people who wanted to learn about the things that we're doing, because there's like million investors in the US. I think 5,000 is not a lot from that million investors. So if we can train
Yes.
people to provide the same service, then at least alam mo yun, you're able to share the opportunity, especially sa mga mommy like me na, they wanted to like also work from home and stuff like that. So my focus now is also to be able to build an actual course for any aspiring freelancers who would wanna do real estate VAs, ganyan. So, yon sabi ko nga, ang tagal na nung demand kasi I've been in the business for
Oo.
5 years. Sabi nga nila, I think it's harder when you're doing it and then you want to teach someone. Kaya nga yung mga, di ba, karamihan ng mga nagtuturo ngayon is probably is not the one doing it. Kasi for the ones who's doing it are the ones busy in their business. Kaya they don't
Exactly.
teach. So,
Yeah.
ngayon, I really want to be able to take the time to build that course para hindi naman sa amin lang.
Oo, oo. So yun naman 'no, it's so good that you're teaching. Ako naman before, the reason why I accepted training people to become freelancers is it is my excuse to go out. Kasi nga 'pag nasa bahay ka na lang and you have a lot of clients, parang hindi ka na nakakalabas. So just a backgrounder, when one of my mentor, kasi I came from not really freelancing but in the startup world. I had an e-commerce company before. What we do
Oh,
is we promote local products, and one of my mentors for that, kasi I'm one of the founder in Founders Institute. So for those who don't know, Founders Institute is like the world's biggest founder accelerator. So what they do is they look for people, hindi mga companies, but people who have potential to become founders of companies, and then you train. So ganun yung nagawa. And one of my mentor is the consultant of the ICT for the training. So she asked me, Marl, uh, we have this we have this training, since you are doing e-commerce, because we're teaching e-commerce and digital marketing, and you have the experience for the e-commerce and digital marketing side. So would
mm-mm.
you like to teach? And it was also during that time na medyo my life is a mess. So I needed something of parang distraction.
Yeah.
So when I ano the training, I am not a freelancer anymore, kasi nga way back, the last thing that I do, hindi naman siya freelancing, but I had a home-based BPO managing 50 agents.
Mm-mm.
But I gave up kasi nga Parang yung sa sinabi mo, hindi ko nakilala yung anak ko kasi graveyard yung shift naman namin. So I stopped that and then I transitioned into startup. So I teach e-commerce and digital marketing, but there's a freelancing component of that course. So
Mm-mm.
parang hindi ko pwedeng ituro yung hindi ko na-experience and I don't know. Ayoko naman ng ganun. So I went back into freelancing because of that. And then I realized na if you train people pala, especially in freelancing, ang ganda ng impact niya, especially to single
Yes.
mom
Mm-mm.
na who are not able to get traditional job because of the nature of being a single mom na you
True.
have to stay at home ano so doon ko siya na-appreciate na ang ganda pala nito so I I really studied becoming freelancing again. I went back into freelancing and get clients for digital marketing and then teach people. And iba yung ano naman, sa nakakapag-hire ka, pero sa yung mga nati-teach mo, you downloaded what you know and
Yes.
then you saw those people grow on their own
Mm-mm.
na they also build their own companies, create their own agencies. That's a very rewarding. So I think you are in the good path of in that kasi maganda yung ano. Ayun, may nag-hi dito, JC. Si
Mami Richie. Hi, Mami Richie. Oh, si
Narvin
Narvin. Ah,
Lasola.
si Narvin. Hi, Narvin.
Yes. Oo. Hi, Coach JC daw. So, hi. So, again, guys, if you have questions or for JC or if meron kayong reactions sa topic or there's something you want to share about struggles of being a parent and also being probably a freelancer or entrepreneur, you're welcome to share your thoughts in the comments. So, yon. Now, I'm excited for those who will be attending your course because I know that came from experience, right?
Yes.
So maganda yan. So abangan nyo talaga yan guys because it doesn't just came from someone who had experience on the industry but someone who really succeeded in not just becoming a virtual assistant for real estate but on being an agency owner. So yun yung magandang mga ano eh, magandang magturo based on their experience, not based on theory, kung ano lang yung napanood at ano lang yung narinig. Kaya nga ako,
Totoo
I
yan.
don't really want to teach something I don't know and I don't have experience with kasi kawawa yung tuturuan. So guys, follow JC in her Facebook ba? Or kasi meron ka ring YouTube, I know eh. Para sa launch ng course mo. Para alam
Mm-mm.
naman nila kung oo. So yun. Yun naman, ang ganda. Exciting. The industry is becoming really exciting. Now, looking back at for the last 5 years, no, or probably in the last 10 years in your life, ano naman yung mga, if you will advise yourself when you just start to get a job, hindi talaga yung nag-start ng maging freelancing, but you start to get a job.
Mm-mm.
If you will be able to talk to yourself on that time and ano naman yung sasabihin mo sa sarili mo? What advice would you give to your past self? I
Gusto
should
ko yung
say.
question na yun, no? Past self advice. Well, for me, it's always the same thing, no? Like, just keep going. No matter how difficult it is, whether nasa corporate job man ako or whether I have a business, to myself, I would always say, just keep going because your failure, whatever it is, failure man yan, pain man yan, it's gonna humble you and it's just gonna remind you that, um, it's gonna remind you that we're infallible and that's a good thing. Kumbaga, it's okay to go through this pain, the struggle, because definitely it's gonna keep you grounded and open to also learning from other people. So, advice is just keep going. Okay lang yan. Ganon.
Yes, oo. Oo, kasi minsan kasi if you are in that if ako, if I remember during my times when everything was so messy and dark, you would feel that it's the end of the world.
Yes, totoo.
And sometimes it's not just you will feel that you want the world to end
Mm-mm.
because it's not just because you want you want the pain and the struggle to stop, 'di
Mm-mm.
ba? So thank you for your advice no na just keep going kasi nga mahirap mahirap ang mag-isip na kaya ko 'to. It's so
Mm-mm.
hard if you are in that. So right now if you are struggling in whatever aspect of your life na there always light at the end of of the tunnel as long as you will not give up. No matter how painful it is, no matter how you think na wala na to, it's so painful, it's so struggle, hindi ko siya kaya. Just don't give up on yourself because
Yes.
you don't know in the
Where you
future
gonna
you
be?
might be, yes, where you might gonna be, and the people that you will inspire because you kept going, 'di
Mm-mm.
ba? Pinagpatuloy mo siya kahit masakit, kahit mahirap, kahit nakakapagod, and kahit minsan hindi mo alam kung tama ba yung pinagagawa mo, right? Because sometimes because if we fail and fail and fail and fail, we thought that we are not meant for something great. And minsan kasi yung buhay natin is na so
Mm-mm.
I'd like to share a story about uh failing and failing and um then wanting to keep on going. This is my one of my favorite story. It's called the elephant rope. Um so there is this man na there's a circus who's new in town. So pumunta siya sa circus para mag-explore. And then he saw a lot of animals, tigers, there are lions, yung mga freak animals. And then one of the things that get his attention are a group of elephants that are so big, pero yung tali nila is just so small. And then he thought na if this if these elephants will try to break free, for sure masisira yung
True.
mapuputol yung rope.
Mm-mm.
So andun, tamang-tama lumabas yung caretaker tapos tinanong niya, "Sir, are you not scared that the elephants will break free and will trample on everything? Kasi look at the rope, they're so small and thin, right?"
Mm-mm.
So sabi ni sabi ng "You know what, young man? When these elephants were just baby,
Mm-mm.
those are the ropes. Yun yung pinagtali sa when we catch them from the wild, yan yung pinagtali namin sa kanila. And for many months, they tried to break free. But
Mm-mm.
they're still small during that time. Without rope is more than enough to hold them. So they tried for many days until it took them months to trying to break free. Hindi pa rin nila ma-break. Until such time, they believed that that rope is unbreakable. Yun na yung inano nila. And hindi nila alam na they keep on growing, they become big, that rope is probably ang dali lang pero ang iniisip mo ay hindi ko to mabe-break. It's
Yeah.
also the same as people because most of us, especially if we're still starting, mistakes and failures are inevitable.
Yes.
And
That's true.
minsan kasi we give up ay hindi pala ako para sa negosyo, right? I am not meant to become a business person, or when you try probably right now you're trying your luck in freelancing pero you can't find a client
Right.
kasi and then you didn't give up kasi ay hindi ko pala kaya to, hindi pala to para sa akin, wala naman palang client. Then you don't
Mm-mm.
realize that as you you research about ay ito pala yung dapat kong gawin, you grow and become a better person. And you also network with others. So, hanap ka ng mentor. Like for example, your future training. Baka yun pala yung kailangan nyo para maging successful kayo sa freelancer kasi yung magtuturo talaga sa inyo is very successful in her, para pala kayo sa magiging real estate VA.
Mm.
So, the point is, as long as you don't give up on your dreams, on your goals, no matter how many times you fail, there will come a time that you will succeed. Diba?
Mm.
Ano, you only need to succeed once. Yun lang naman eh. Isang beses mo lang naman kailangang maging successful no matter how many mistakes and failures you experience. Kailangan mo lang namang mag-succeed ng mag-isa. It's just once. Now, JC, I know so we already know your advice to yourself. Ito naman yung pinaka kasi I I think you're younger than me. Ilang taon ka na nga ba if you don't mind me asking?
29.
29. So I 7 years older than you. So you have a lot of time in the world, 'di
Yes.
ba? I know you already achieved a lot of things in your life that you probably before you dream of. Pero ano ba yung pinaka ultimate dream ni JC na hindi mo pa na-achieve and probably you're planning to work on it? Meron ba or na-achieve mo na lahat?
Hindi pa, marami pa.
Marami
Marami
pa.
pa. Oo. Pero add ko lang dun sa kanina sinabi mo kasi I really like the story that you shared about the elephant. Kasi, that's always been my mantra as well, na parang, in the end, diba, parang we only regret the chances that we did not take. I always apply that.
Yes.
Kasi ako parang, I'll try it and then see ano yung outcome rather than
Tama.
after a few years, iisipin ko what if trinay ko, 'di ba? Mas better talaga na i-try mo.
Yes.
If you fail, it's okay. If you succeed, 'di ba, mas better. But for me, yun nga, for
Exactly.
others na masyadong takot, ganyan, alam mo yun, just think of what possibilities na paano pag trinay ko. You don't want to have the what ifs
Exactly.
in the future. But
Yes.
to answer yung question about what else do I want, actually, simple lang naman talaga yung what I really want in life. Definitely, ayoko na maging super rich. Rather, I want to have a stable life na you don't have to think about what you have to eat the next day, diba? Actually, one of
Yes.
my ultimate dream as well is, other than having a stable life, more on also have like a big farm lot where I can have my
Wow.
dream home built in there. Sustainable house technically. Gusto ko powered by
Exact. Parang
solar,
natutuwa naman ako dyan.
sustainable na house, 'di ba? Yung parang na-recycle mo yung tubig, solar
Yes.
light. It doesn't have to be big. Ang plan ko is to have like a bungalow house. Siguro 1 hectare, pwede na yon. Satisfied na ako doon. And then yon, magtanim para to make sure na, yun nga, I wanna live with sustainability and at the same time, na stable lang yung buhay mo. It doesn't have to be grand, doesn't have to be rich. Yung rich ka lang with, what the nature has to offer. Parang feeling ko ready na ako to retire. Ganon. Ganon
Oo,
lang.
yes, yes. Oo. Wow, ganda naman. So, sundutan ko lang yan kasi parang medyo magka-wavelength yung mga plan natin sa buhay, actually. Kasi I am an agricultural and biosystems engineer by profession. Okay.
Ooh.
So, yun yung one of the things that I am starting to right now is a sustainable farmhouse na
Yes.
ayoko na mag-isip na yung parang all of the things that you need to buy, like food, you need to pay electricity and water is already there.
Yes.
Kasi pwede siya
Napakalaking
eh.
bagay. It's
Oo,
doable.
pwede siya. So, yeah, it's very doable with the technology today. And ang kagandahan kasi dito sa Pilipinas, we are an agricultural country.
Totoo.
So, yes. So, kasi ako, I really love farming, and one of the things that I am is coconut. So, parang that's my favorite fruit, yung coconut. And isa kasi yan, if, pwede mo siyang kainin. Parang all of the things in the coconut is pwedeng,
Kainin.
kainin, puwedeng magamit. Kaya nga tinatawag siyang tree of life kasi from the leaves to the roots, there's a purpose. Puwede siyang, magamit. So, parang it's a main component in my sustainable farm to have a coconut kasi 'pag wala kang makain, you can eat the coconut meat. 'Pag wala kang mainom, you can eat the coconut you can drink the coconut water, 'di ba? So, and there's a lot of things that you can do, for from the BCO and all. So, yun din yung actually, uh, wino-work on ko right now. Parang starting to build the plans and look for and scout for a lot kasi I ngayon kasi nasa ano ako, I am based in Bukidnon. So from the name itself, bukid
Ah.
talaga siya.
Yeah.
And oo. Oo. So yan, nakakatuwa kasi parang I think it's a good what do you call this? Uh, Example for the Maslow's hierarchy of needs na 'pag you are already ano on your basic need, you start to look for how you can help other people and also try to the simpler things in life that when you are still struggling and starting is you try to yun yung nagiging sacrifice mo,
Yes.
'di ba? Yun yung nagiging ano mo kasi nga ay wag muna to kasi may work pa ako.
Mm-mm.
And the sad thing is minsan ang dali nating i-give up yung time for the family
Mm-mm.
para lang kumita tayo. And then we expect our family to understand
Understand.
us every time. Kasi kasi naghahanap buhay si mama, which is tama naman, which is true. Kasi kailangan nilang kumain, kailangan mong
Yeah.
ng kuryente, kailangan mong babayad ng bills. But if you have the time to give kahit simple hug, a 5-minute conversation. And hindi kasi for me, parang kulang pa rin yung every weekend kayong mag-uusap lang eh.
Totoo.
Naglalabas. 'Di ba? It needs to be every day. It needs as kahit yung simple conversation in the morning, if you have children right now, na excuse me, kausapin mo lang sila sa umaga, sa gabi, na your full attention is with them, na walang biglang tatawag, "Uy, teka lang muna anak ha, sagutin ko lang 'to." Or like tumawag yung boss ko and all, "Ay kailangan kong lumakad, kailangan mong magmadali." Just that 5 minutes undisturbed moment with your family, even with your husband, I think it will really come a long way,
Yes.
for ano, 'di ba? Tama ba?
Totoo. Kasi siyempre, being a mom then I realize, sabi ko nga, di ba, nung bigla ko na-realize na tunay yung anak ko and I haven't been, there for her. Parang nag-strike lahat na parang, oh, is this what I really want? 'Di ba? So parang I have to rethink about ano ba yung gusto kong mangyari sa buhay ko. And, the good thing is I was able to realize that a little bit earlier. Pero right now, sabi ko nga parang I'm just so happy na I now have parang not secured, but ano tawag dito? Undisturbed time for my kids. So, pag sinabi kong for my kids, for my family, it's really for my kids and my family. So, kaya even with my clients, I set proper expectations na during the weekend, I don't work. Ito lang yung working hours ko because I want them to respect
Yes.
the time na different as well when I'm with the family or when I'm working. And I actually with my team sa agency ko, I tell them the same thing. Guys, you do work to live, not to live to work. Kasi karamihan parang they're
Yes.
working to live, no? It should be the other way around.
Oo.
You have to be able to work for you to live your life, 'di ba? Ganun naman yung purpose natin. So lagi ko sinasabi sa mga VAs ko after work, stop, don't do anything kasi 'di ba meron yung mga VA na parang they do a lot of things, they do everything hanggang tanghali nag-work kahit hindi naman talaga required. I tell
Yes.
them
Oo.
have that time for your family. If it's work time. But if it's family time, family time. You have to protect your space. You have
Tama.
to protect your time. Ganon. So, ayun,
Yes.
apply ko na sa
Oo.
sarili ko and na-apply na rin karamihan ng mga VAs na talagang, oh, respect your time with the family. Yan.
Tama talaga. You have to set boundaries. Kaya nga,
Mm-mm.
ako kasama si na Roche, we have this what we call parang 6 key areas of our life that we have to work on.
Mm-mm.
Hindi lang siya ano. Kasi pag alam mo yung ano, parang it needs to have a clarity na these are the things that you need to balance. Hindi lang siya, I need to succeed in the financial side.
Right.
Kasi pag ganun lang yung focus mo, you tend to give up other things that are really important with your life,
Important.
like your
Mm-mm.
family time and ano. So, sa amin, what we do is, these are the 6 key areas that we need to every day work on being successful or progress or growing in these areas. So, ito yung naman sa amin. Number one, of course, is family. Your relationships with your, with your loved ones. Second is having a healthy mind. Okay, kailangan natin yang ano para hindi tayo magiging magmarites at saka chumismis na lang sa iba. And third is having a healthy body. Siyanin mo naman yung
Totoo.
healthy mind and ano mo kasi if you are unhealthy, everything will be affected. Your finances, your family relationships. Kaya
Mm.
kailangan ng pause and rest.
Totoo.
It's needed. It's needed kasi pag hindi ka nag-pause and babalik din 'yan.
Mm.
Babalik din 'yan sa iyo and then others I know a lot of people na they're working and working and working and then nagkasakit all of their properties and investments nawala because of sickness. That's the reason why you need to balance everything. Of course,
Mm.
you have the financial side and you have to be also socially responsible. Kaya nga we created this podcast to share naman inspiration and learnings to people. And thank you so much for gracing your time because alam namin na napaka-busy mo. So thank you so much for sharing your time and wisdom, no? So ito naman is part of our social responsibility. And of course, wag natin kalimutan spiritual growth. Yun naman yung kailangan din natin para meron tayong inner peace din. So yun yung parang ginagawa namin ngayon and it would be a struggle to manage everything. It would be a struggle. Pero pag alam mo kasi na these are the priorities in life, alam mo, oops, this is the boundary. Kung may client ka, you can tell them, oh, Mr. Client, it's time for my family. And the good thing about that is sometimes we're worried na baka mawala yung client. In fact, the client will appreciate that because there's a lot of studies na if you have work-life balance, you are a more productive and effective person compared to your being always stressed. Iba yung pag kalma ka lang and you do things. It's a different output, it's a different and maganda rin yung you are passionate with your with what you're doing. Kasi nga hindi ka stressed, hindi ka pagod, and hindi ka nakikipag-away sa asawa mo when you're working kasi hindi mo na sila nabibigyan ng time. Iba yun, iba yung kahit yung 1 hour na focus, you really focus on that compared to 8 hours of work but you are not focused because there's a lot of things going on around you. Di ba? Parang na-mute ka ata,
Na-mute
Jace.
ako yan. Talagang kailangan mo i-protect yung sanity mo. It's important. Kasi,
Yes.
you're right. Yung ba't na-mute ako? Ayun, ba't ako na-mute?
Yeah, yeah.
Yun, your relationship, I mean, around, like, all, with the people around you may be affected kasi if you're not, alam mo yun, sane. You're not in your right mind. So, kaya talagang when you do freelancing, you have to also learn to really love yourself, to protect yourself, your family. Hindi lang to all about money kasi ang daming pumapasok sa freelancing and they're just thinking about earning 6 digits, 7 digits. That's not,
Yes.
that's never the goal. The goal is kaya nga tinawag na freelancing, 'di ba? You have to be able to protect your sanity kasi kapag nasa corporate world ka, it's a totally different world, 'di ba? Kaya nga siya freelancing. You
Exactly.
have to be able to free up your time. You have to be able to work from
Tama.
anywhere you want. Alam mo yun, when you want. So that's the money's never, alam mo yun, the purpose of freelancing. I mean, that's gonna follow,
Yes.
but you have to remember your why talaga. Bakit ka nga ba nandyan? 'Di ba? So,
Yes.
ayun, marami
Tama.
kasing marami talagang nalilito. Mag-freelancing ako kasi gusto ko ng maraming pera. But in reality,
Yes,
when
yes.
when you're doing it for so long, you're gonna realize it's not all about that.
Yes, exactly. Although it's a very lucrative industry. Diba? It's a
Correct.
very lucrative industry. And the good thing about it is that it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how old you are right now, or even you graduated college or not. What matters is what you can do. What are how if you can deliver what the client needs. That's what matter. So ang ganda niya actually kaya nga for me I really am passionate in teaching people to become freelancing kasi freelancer because of the fact that hindi ka na you don't need to invest 4 hours of your college life to get a job that is compensating you more than enough to live a life that is comfortable. 'Di ba?
True.
Yun yung kagandahan. That's the reason why we're promoting it. Again, for those who just tune in, hi pala kay Tata and Nining West. I think she knows you or he knows you.
Yes! Sa
Oo.
Zamboanga!
Oh, parang ano ba 'to, yung, food, ano, anyway, 'yan. Hi, thank you for listening. Hi, and also for Cristito, hi as well. And for Sir Gerard, I know, hello. So, yun naman yung it's the reason why we're really promoting freelancing because of that. Now, for those who are right now, if you're sick and tired of grinding in your corporate job, or probably you're looking for something, I have an excess money, where can I invest, and you want to build a highly profitable and scalable automated business, we are meron kaming free training for that. That's part of our social responsibility. So just visit smartandscalablebusiness.com. It's a free training, and then it's up to you if you'd like to partner with us in building your smart and scalable business. But we will teach you how to build from start to finish without you are really starting from scratch and doing everything, kasi we created we'll be sharing our systems and SOPs as well during the training. So just visit smartandscalable business.com. Now, grabe, isang oras na tayo, excuse me, nag-uusap, JC. Ang bilis, ang dami. I'm so excited and I really appreciate you giving your time with us and sharing all your wisdom, no? And very inspiring ang bata mo pa to 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 achieve what you had. I can say that you're blessed and continue to be also a blessing to others as well.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, spreading your your word and ano na it's not just about earning money but being able to balance your life, not just being a mother but a partner as well and a person in the society. So thank you for the incredible sharing and learnings that you have given us, JC. Now, um, yung story mo kasi it's a testament of not just resilience and determination, but also of wisdom. That
Thank
ang
you.
life pala, hindi puro work lang. And nakakatawa yung mga shinare mo kanina. For those who just tune in, you can view this recording, guys. Ano yung mga nakakatawa. I'm really parang I can appreciate like a woman like you who is so mature in what you think. You know, even if you have already achieved the things, kasi there are others na pag medyo ano ka na babae, medyo ano ka na iba yung ano nila pananaw, iba yung ano and continue your on the path on being a good partner to your husband, because I believe he has contributed a lot with your success. Di ba?
Yeah.
Andun siya yung nag-push sa'yo. Parang in every successful woman, there's a man behind. Ganun din ba yun?
Yes. Oo,
Di
totoo
ba?
yun. That's really true. It's not just, it's not just the other way around eh, but it's always,
Yes.
it can be baliktad talaga eh. So parang, for me, it was the husband behind the success as well of JC Tan.
Yes. Oo, nakita ko naman talaga because I personally witnessed how supportive he is to you. So, salute to your husband, pre. continue on being a supportive and loving husband because I believe you are a really big part, big contributor. In fact, probably the biggest contributor of JC's success as well. Kasi andun ka to help her in managing the household and all. So, yun naman. JC, any last word to our listener before we'll end?
Mm-mm. Siguro I'll the last word would be contributed to what you said earlier, no, na para bang you just have to go ahead and take the risk now kasi you just never know what could possibly happen. So for me, you don't wait until you're confident or you're so good enough already to take action. Sometimes you just need to have that determination. Alam mo yan, you have to have the faith kay Lord na He's gonna guide you all the way. So, I mean, just don't wait. Take
Yes.
action and wait and see what's really gonna happen. Kasi, again, you don't want to have that what ifs one day. Just do it.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Ayun, thank you so much naman to JC. Ang dami kong natutunan. In fact, I also realized a lot of things because of what you shared. No, so for those who are struggling or those who wanted or starting, because I know some of the viewers here are starting their freelancing career. Just keep on going, and hindi lang din siya puro pera lang. You have
True.
to strive to have a balanced life, para din you will strive longer in whatever career, business, or being in a relationship. Kailangan balance. I think that's
True.
that's the word na kailangan nating we need to strive for is balanced life. So again, thank you so much, JC, for sharing. And you can visit gtvirtualassistance.com if you want to hire JC's team as a real estate investor, VA expert. So, pwede kayong ano. And follow JC Tan in Facebook and other social media channel because she will be releasing a course, and this is a very, very, I would really recommend kahit hindi pa to na-release because it's taught by someone who is been there, done that, and successfully navigated the world of real estate VA. So ayun. So again, thank you so much everyone for joining us. So that's it for this week's Failure Friday episode. So join us again on Monday naman. Meron kaming Motivational Monday, and there will be recordings of this as well, which will be posting in Spotify. Just search for conversational conversation, brought to you by Smart and Scalable Business. So thank you everyone, and have
Thank
a
you so
nice
much.
weekend. Thank you so much, JC.
Thank you
God
very much,
bless.
happy weekend, everyone.